everybody, it's Jen again, and I have a different type of video for y'all today. I'm going to be taking y'all along with me as I work in the yard, little highlights from that, and get distracted by cats. I think it takes me twice as long to get stuff done because I keep wanting to play with the cats. So if you want to see some of my little outdoor helpers, stay tuned. There's a lot of video footage on them. One thing that cracks me up as I was going back through this footage is I could see some of the things the cats were doing that I didn't catch, during the time.
Get out of there.
Like here, y'all will see me. I'm about to shoo that little black and white cat out of the garage. For some reason, every time that garage door is open, it just beelines in there, and it annoys the full out of me. So just keep your eye out for little things you can see the cats do all around the way there. And I just look proper busted in this video. Like, I don't put on airs. This is really just what I wear when I'm working out in the yard. I got this old jacket. It still kind of blows my mind because I used to not be able to zip this jacket up. It was too small for me. Oh, look, there's that black and white cat sneaking back in that garage, that little Dickens. But I just got my hair thrown up in a scrunchie. Probably not even brushed. Some old leggings, like worn outdoor clothes. I don't get spruced up to work out in the yard, y'all. I think this weekend we were actually out of power. Like, our power was down all weekend. Oh, hi, Eddie. You may hear him in the background here. And I just went outside because there wasn't nothing else to do. So I worked outside a good 4 hours or so, I think, filming this. I found an old action cam, to be honest with y'all, and that I bought years ago, and it don't even have like where you can see what you're filming. I was like, you know what, I just got a wild notion. I found the charger and thought, let's film some stuff with this old thing. There's Buddy. Y'all remember Buddy? See, I went to take out wheelbarrow to get some dirt, and I'm already distracted by cats. I'm going to keep the original sound in the background too. I don't know. I found something kind of therapeutic with, hearing the cats. And there's that little Dickens again. We're getting it fixed here about 3 weeks or so I can't wait. So first order of business is I got to get some dirt. And this is just old yard dirt that we have piled up. We kind of different projects we have going on, we dig and then pile and then dig and then pile, and this is the current pile we're working on. And this is kind of my workout nowadays, y'all. During the winter and stuff, I was doing some aerobics and things, and now we're doing shovel aerobics. It actually has been doing wonders for my shoulders and back and everything, and I'm just forever thankful that I even have the ability to do this, because I think back even last year, and my back and my knees and everything would be hurting after doing this for a very short time, and before that, forget it. I would try to bend over and weed, and my back would just be in so much pain. And now, I can stay out here like all day. I was kind of joking the other day that I was spending more time with the outdoor cats than the indoor cats because I've been coming home and then working in the yard. So I'm just digging, doing 5 sets of shovel to the left, 5 sets of shovel to the right. I'm cheap labor. I got our old wheelbarrow up there, and you may see I got some 5-gallon buckets. I'm filling those up with dirt too. I'm gathering this. Y'all will see here in a bit. We got these barrels that somebody gave us that we cut in half, and we're making big containers to grow some vegetables in. And I'm on a budget. Everything's on a budget. So I'm taking some of this awful, terrible clay dirt from our yard, because our yard is pure, like, orange clay dirt. Just terrible stuff. It doesn't drain well. It's just like, y'all know, if you have it, you have it. It's terrible. And look at them cats trying to fight. See, you see all kinds of shenanigans. Y'all probably hear me talk and fuss at her too. I'm out there talking to them all the time. My neighbors probably think I'm a little cuckoo. That's okay. They'll keep their distance. I tell you what else is a good workout. They're in a flat piece in my yard. You can kind of see the incline a little bit where I got y'all set up on that tree. That's fallen over, but I'm breaking up the or no, you'll see me trying to chase them, trying to pick them up all the time, those cats. But it is just a big hill. It is a big hill, so, and that clay dirt is heavy. So here I am taking those 2 5-gallon buckets. I could only fill them up about 3/4 of the way because they were so heavy. But I'm taking this crap dirt, I call it, and we bought, I think for this year, 5 bags of composted manure. You can get them at Walmart. They're a little under $3. And basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the crap dirt and I'm going to stir in a bag of the composted manure and make some less crap dirt and use that. So I'm taking like the fancy dirt and cutting it with the crap dirt to make it go farther. I did that last year and I had some pretty good success with it. So that way, like I see some people's videos, y'all, and they're buying all bags of all this new dirt and everything, and I bet their stuff grows amazing, but I just can't imagine. There's my little bag. I've only used 1 bag today, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take it, put it in on top of that crap dirt, the clay, and mixed it up. And then as it goes down, you'll see me, I'll add a bucket of that dirt at a time too, to just cut it down further, just to mix it all in, make it go further. You can kind of see toward the middle of the screen there, those blue, that's 2 of the barrels. I have 3 in total, so we're filling those up. I pulled the grass up right there beside my porch, and I put down and I leveled that ground out and put some gravel down. And then I moved those barrels there, I leveled them out, and I have some gravel in the bottom of them, and I've also put some sticks from the yard just to bulk it up so we don't have to fill the whole thing with dirt, to give it some drainage and everything. And there I am mixing. Is that like a redneck cauldron? Is a wheelbarrow a redneck cauldron? I feel like I'm making a, magic potion, but it's in a wheelbarrow. Does that count? But I put some sticks in there, just something to bulk it up, and then I put some cardboard bits and some kitchen scraps in there to hopefully, as it breaks down, give it even more nutrients. And here after a bit, I had some eggshells that I dehydrated last year. I used to eat a lot of boiled eggs, and I mixed those in there as well, just as over time, hopefully it'll feed. And then we're going to do some more shoveling. Like I said, my workout is shoveling. Believe it or not, I know it probably sounds crazy. I have a lot of issues I've talked with y'all about before. Just where I had so much weight on me for so long. And I'm apple shaped, so I carried a ton of it in my gut and everything. And it pulled on my back and my shoulders so bad that I've had nerve issues. Like in the back of my neck, my upper shoulders. I'm also found I'm crooked, so we're working on that. I'm real crooked, but doing the shoveling and stuff, I don't know if my body's just like auto-correcting, but it has been doing wonders for that. My pain has cut down significantly. There I go with that bucket. We're going to cut that dirt up. We're going to make this money go far, y'all. Those barrels take a lot of dirt and stuff. Also, we did drill some holes on the sides about 1 inch up to do some drainage. I didn't put them in the very bottom because last year I found we have other barrels. If it goes a real dry spell, I want it to be able to hold a little bit of water in the bottom if it needs to. So especially if I'm going to be doing tomatoes and stuff. Yeah, we're mixing it up some more. So there's your budget tip. Take out good dirt and mix it with crap dirt. And then you could have a bigger volume of mediocre dirt for a lot cheaper. And it's funny to me. I kind of like shoveling, and there's a joke in our family. Like, my brothers and me used to joke because there's just something about our family where we grew up having to shovel dirt all the time and everything. A lot of the dirt, actually y'all will see the backyard here later. We kind of grew up digging dirt and hauling dirt and shoveling because we had a basement that was not done whatsoever. So it's always that joke. I remember when I was real little being handed, buckets that were just full up a few inches and having to carry them up to the backyard. So y'all will see in the backyard here in a bit, there's this huge mountain, and it came from all our basement dirt 40 years ago. But here's my other barrel I got over there, and this one actually doesn't have a bottom in it at all. So I filled it, I dug a hole and just dug it into the land. I guess kind of like its own little raised bed, but it's a circle barrel. And leveled it out real good, filled it with a lot of sticks, and I put some cardboard and kitchen scraps in there and put my dirt. See, I mixed that up, y'all. See, it doesn't look too orange anymore. It almost looks like proper dirt, right? It's on the other end of my driveway. If you got real keen eyes, look in the back there. I got a cat litter bucket. One nice thing about having cats is that if you need a bucket, you can just buy some litter with a bucket. There I go. I'm cutting that dirt some more. Those are very heavy, y'all. Y'all want a good workout, do that. But going back to talking about digging and stuff, I remember my oldest brother, he was like, I will never buy a house with an unfinished basement. Just from where he's had to spend so many years shoveling and carrying dirt. So it's just funny to me. And my dad, his first job he had growing up, he did it forever. He was a grave digger. And they didn't have fancy machines. He was just out there as a kid with a shovel digging graves. And he still can. It just amazes me. I'm out there and, I'm just learning how to start doing all this stuff. And my body is not used to yard work. So I just kind of do it. Oh, I'll get back to that in a second. See, I'm distracted by cats. I call her Birdie. I forget what the neighbors call her. But y'all will see here in a minute. She's kind of one of my oldest ferals now, because I think Cece, her mother, some of y'all may remember her. I think she crossed the Rainbow Bridge. I've not seen her in a while. She would have been about 8 or 9. This is her daughter, Birdie. I think Birdie's our oldest now. She's just like a year younger than Cece. Cece had her when she was real little before we started getting all the cats fixed. So she's probably, 7, 8 years old. And y'all can see right there, she does this little trick that I've taught her. She pats me when she wants pets. She is wild as all get out, but with me, she kind of tolerates me and everything. She gets aggressive with those pats, y'all. She's like, you best pet me. See, watch her. Just a little trick. And it's funny, I actually moved away for a while when she was little after I taught her this. And I moved back. When I moved back, and she remembered that after a time. I don't know why these cats put up with me. See, I just play around with them. I pick them up. I flop them around. They are fun to play with, though. They're my little buddies. That wall right there, those rocks I'm putting her on, my dad actually built that retaining wall. So, back to work shoveling. But, telling y'all, my dad, I'll be out there just shoveling and struggling and going on, trying to figure it out. It's one of those things you just got to learn by getting out there and doing. And he can dig this giant hole in a minute, and it's just perfect. I'm like, listen. And the problem is he thinks everybody has that ability. And I'm like, okay, you can do it in a couple minutes. It's going to take me a half hour. I'll do it. But it's going to be a lot slower. I'm getting better, though. I enjoy it. When it's not raining, I'm out there probably about 5 days a week. So I really love it. I just went outside real quick to check on my seeds, and just that sunshine hitting me. I'm ready to finish this voiceover and go back outside. Truth be told. Now, this cracked me up. I left this in. Look at little Dickens right there. He's up there. My thought was that thing better not have jumped up in there and crapped in that wheelbarrow. He or she, I actually think it's a girl. Y'all keep them in your thoughts. I was hoping it was a boy, but it's starting to get a belly on it. I'm like, you best not be pregnant. I'm over there holding the cat up please be a fat boy. Please be a fat boy. We have an appointment though for him, so We'll find out, I reckon. But every time I'm digging in the backyard, that cat is nosy as all get out, and it has to like go and dig and like mark either pee or poop anywhere I'm digging. This is so funny. I'm just wetting those down real good to see. Number one, to make sure where I put those kitchen scraps and stuff that are going to compost down, those need to be really good and wet to do their thing. And I want to see how much the soil settles down, see how much I need to add. And I'll just keep filling these barrels up until I use up all my dirt. Just kind of taking it easy. And, you know, there's Manus come running over there. Did you see her? Oh, and I forgot those little ice cream pails you see there. I did have those full of crap dirt too, so I cut those in there too. That's like 6 more gallons. And here's us a lesson in don't give up. I had to get these cans apart, these old metal trash cans, and they did not want to come apart. So I went back in. There was another trash can in there. I was like, I'm going to try and get it apart. I just need one. And I went back there and it was stuck together, probably as bad or worse than these are. So we come back out like, okay, let's try this again. Because I got this bright idea that because I was using sticks to kind of bulk up the bottom of a lot of these pots and things, because it's cheaper than using up our gravel. It's like, I'm going to take one of these old trash cans, because our city recently, we got real fancy. We got like city trash cans. They got one of those fancy garbage trucks that comes and picks up the trash or whatever. Like, I don't know how to describe it. First time we've ever had it, but we have to put the trash can in like a weird place by the road, whatever. Oh, there was a bug nest on the side there. I was killing it with my foot. So we have these old metal trash cans that we've had at least since I've been born. And I thought I'm going to take one of these and I'm going to save up sticks in it. So when I need something to fill, I already got a bunch of sticks gathered. That tickles me too, because that was my most hated chore. Pick up sticks, y'all. I pick up sticks. I persevered. I got that daggone thing apart. I persevered. Never give up, y'all. Back in the wheelbarrow. Keeping my eye out for cats. They don't care. You know how indoor cats will jump out right in front of you when you're walking? They will jump out right in front of you. When you are pushing a wheelbarrow, they don't care. They'll dare you to hit them. Also, just looking around, another view of my dirt pile. That dirt pile was really tall, and I exhausted it. The next week, I ended up digging up the rest of it. I'm learning little things as I go along, though, like put your wheelbarrow closer to where you're digging. It will serve you well. Also, one day I'll get me some proper work shoes. These are old tennis shoes I've had, and I hadn't really worn them much. They're kind of too big now because my feet have shrunk. But y'all, just from working out in the yard about a month with these old shoes on, I about wore them out. Wear out shoes fast. Y'all got any good recommendations for some outdoor shoes? Let me know. Preferably ones that don't really go up to my calf. My dad had some he let me try on. They were like garden boots or whatever, but they went up over the calf. You know, kind of like galoshes, but work boots. And one part from being as heavy as I was for so long, you know, I was carrying an extra, at this time, 140 pounds on me. I got, what do they call it, gains in my calves. Like, my calf muscles are kind of crazy. Don't mess with me, man. That's one thing. When you've been big a while, your legs are on point. I noticed that the other day where I guess I don't really have much fat on my legs anymore. The calf muscle. Oh, I'm distracted by a cat again. I got Buddy. My calf muscle actually has like this little dimple thing at the bottom. It's really different. Oh, there's Buddy. See, I just flip him around and love on him and let him purr and go on. Buddy's such a sweetheart. He's probably really old too. I don't know. He showed up here when he was already grown. So I think he used to be somebody's cat. He's tame as can be. So sweet. But he survives outside pretty good. So he's the little vocal thing. He's part of the front porch group. And here's what I call another struggle of pushing the wheelbarrow. Up here, y'all probably can't see, but we used to have a bunch of trees and stuff they cut, including these little trees. There's little tiny stumps. I mean, like 1-2 inch around stumps all up here. And so this is really helping with my like uneven hips and stuff. I've been having problems with that because just having to walk on all these uneven roots and stumps and then trying to push a wheelbarrow on that. It's been really good. For the first day I done it, my feet and my legs were so sore, and now I just walk up there like it's nothing. I think it's helping me kind of even out. Again, this is my workout. You know, this is my weightlifting. This is my Pilates. This is my physical therapy. You know, it's kind of like how I like bonus food. I like bonus activity. We're getting to it, y'all. And what I'm doing here, that dirt I gathered, I'm actually starting a second compost pile. Y'all can kind of see it toward the right there. I have one started that I've already got fenced up. And I'm making 2 separate ones because one of them has wood chips included. It's going to be more like an enriched mulch. And then I'm going to do one that's just soil. Because a lot of things you don't want to put... Like, I'll use the mulch for probably the top layer, but in with like vegetables and things like that, they say you don't really want to use wood chips because it can tie up the nitrogen in the soil for a season or 2. So, speaking of wood chips, here's a wood chip pile I'm working on. Now, I like shoveling these, y'all. They are super light. But they cut all those trees. We had them leave the wood chips and everything because, number 1, it costs for them to haul those wood chips off. Number 2, it's free wood chips, man. Free mulch. But you have this layer of wood chips that we left for several months. And there's just years and years of leaves under that. That's just this rich, black, wonderful, nutrient-rich stuff. And so right now I'm slowly just taking the wood chips and taking a few wheelbarrow loads every time I'm out there. And I'm starting to mulch around some of our already built raised beds that we've had for a long time. I saw a video. They were saying if you do that, if you mulch around your beds, it cuts down on the weeds in your beds a lot because those seeds can't blow around as much. I don't know. I'm going for it. It looks a lot better. So that's something. Getting my workout in. One thing I have had to pivot. I was trying to do like aerobics and yard work and walking at lunch and everything all in one day. And I was like, you know what? I'll just concentrate on getting outside and working in the yard. We have so much wood chips. It's crazy. I love it. Watch some more videos on YouTube and keep learning a little more. Oh, this is fun. All kinds of stumps, all kinds of bits of wood. There's not an even place on that ground. And we're distracted by cats. This one, we got an appointment for it to get fixed finally. And it's been hard to get an appointment, y'all. And they said, we had to give it a name. My father actually called while I was at work. He, bless his heart, he called every day until we got an appointment. And I had to give the cat a name. So Dad gave it the name Spot. So it's a little Spot, or Spotty, that I'm hoping's a boy. But it's funny, like, it's one, it was wild as all get out, and I tamed it over time, so I kind of feel responsible for it, because I kind of tamed a lot of the wildness out of it. It came with a litter. Somebody just pulled up, my neighbor said, and just at the stop sign down here, and just let out kittens. Happens in my neighborhood all the time. That's where they come from. They can feel the cat lady energy. But this one's funny. Like, I want to pet it, and you know how cats do? They kind of walk away from you. Oh, there's Buddy. They kind of walk away from you and want you to follow them, kind of. I don't know. I'm slowly getting mulched around these. This wheelbarrow's older than me, y'all. It's holding up pretty good. I don't even want to think about how much it would probably cost to get a proper wheelbarrow nowadays. I see all these crappy plastic ones. Hopefully that one will last forever. I'm also very thankful how much more steadier I am on my feet. Like, my ankles don't hurt anymore. And I was just thinking, because I about tripped right there on that stick. And I'm always like, I tripped on a cross tie the other day because I was pulling the wheelbarrow backwards and not looking where I was going. But just falling down, or, you know, having little things where you kind of step on stuff and everything, and just, it's just, I don't know, it's amazing. That's the things a lot of people I don't hear talk about with, you know, getting their health together and stuff. They talk about aesthetics, they talk about weight and stuff, but just doing everyday things, y'all. Just getting everyday things done, and the ease of that. Getting up and out of chairs, you know, shoveling mulch, going up steps, walking up inclines, you know, climbing up to your backyard. You know, the other day I went to Walmart, having to walk around that whole store, get out in the parking lot, deal with all the people. Just how much regular stuff has been made easier. I need to do a whole video on that. But I felt up to it, so I'm getting another load of that wonderful mulch. Now here's the tip that I've learned. There was a pile of wood chips much closer to those beds, but apparently I'm just determined to get this particular pile of wood chips down and push that wheelbarrow all the way through there. I'm utterly determined. See, I don't need no dumbbells. I got a shovel. Plus those 5-pound dumbbells wear me out. I just thoroughly enjoy it, though. It's so funny because I get out there and I always end up about staying till dark, till I absolutely have to come in, even on work nights. It's something I just never thought I'd be an outdoor person. Now let me know what you think about videos like these. I was trying to remember what I even bought this old action cam for years ago. Might have been one of my times I was trying to lose weight, and I was like, I'm gonna, you know, do myself working out. Oh, guess what? I got distracted. Bye, buddy. He's such a sweetheart.
Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
He's been around quite a few years. I always take my gloves off to pet them. They get weirded out if you try to pet them with your gloves on. Now, I'm dumping this here. I actually end up hurting my foot there when I dumped that, and all I could hear in my head was my father going, "You need proper shoes." You need proper work boots. Can't be just wearing tennis shoes out there. But I checked my toe and I was okay. I'll get them one day. I just don't want to spend the money on them right now, to be honest with you. Tennis shoes are free. Now, I probably should have got a rake to even all that mulch out. But I didn't feel like going back down there and getting a rake. I can do it with a shovel. And I know y'all can't see here, but there's about a 2-foot pathway in between that bed y'all see there, where my lemon balm's popping up, which right now it's about ready for me to start harvesting some. Oh, I cannot wait. Make me some green tea with lemon balm. Oh, it's so good. I may get up there this afternoon and see, and that's just volunteer. I planted lemon balm probably 20 years ago, y'all, close to. And it's just come back. It's just been volunteers every year. That's one reason, too. I don't get too much into the sciencey part of all that and gardening and stuff now. I'm in the get her done mode. Oh, y'all can see me pick up sticks. Bring me back to my childhood. But, I mean, sometimes you can try to make the most perfect conditions. And, I mean, this is the same with health and stuff, too. But you can try to make the most perfect conditions for stuff and it still won't work out. And then you got these plants that you don't do nothing to. You neglect them for years and they just keep coming back and they're like the hardiest things. Like I have a sage, I have a lemon thyme, and I have all those lemon balm plants. Honey, I don't do nothing to them. They just keep coming back. And I was tickled to death. My peppermint's coming back this year that I planted last year. And I just saw my Kentucky Colonel Spearmint. I think it's called Kentucky Colonel Spearmint, so I'm tickled because I ain't going to have to buy any of that this year. I'm ready for some fresh tea and some infused water. I wore that stuff out last year. Like I was saying, I'm going to make me some lemon balm green tea. It was so good. There's nothing like just fresh lemon balm. It's so good, and it's got so many good properties in it and stuff. Very calming. If you do grow it though, try to grow it in a container or something, unless you want it to grow everywhere. It's very invasive. Any type of thing in the mint family. I think lemon balm's part of the mint family. Peppermint too. It will take everything over. It sends out runners and it tries to take over like other pots. It's a trip. I know when mine come up this year, I'm going to propagate some, and hopefully I'll take y'all along with me if y'all like these more outdoor type videos. My backyard, this year, the goal is, this is up in my backyard, just to kind of get it ready for building more beds, get it more landscape, get it in some type of something, you know, to where I can start really growing some stuff in it next year. I'm doing most of my vegetables and stuff in the front yard in containers, and most of my herbs on the front porch in pots, other than the few I have out throughout the yard. So that's kind of the theme. So we'll see a lot of me digging, moving mulch and stuff in the backyard, I think. Y'all can see some of those stumps that were left. My dad had him leave some tall stumps. He wants to try to get up to some chainsaw sculpting at some point. He went and saw a show and everything, so I think that'll be neat. I said, you gotta, you know, chainsaw carve me a cat, you know. We need a cat up there. It's funny though, the cats get up there and sleep. I'm just going around and picking up sticks. I thought this would be a good kind of exercise for my back, bending over, doing all that. I just, again, I cannot reiterate enough how just thankful I am now. I never thought it'd be possible. I used to have so many back problems. I mean, my back would go out at least once a year since my 20s, y'all. And just being able to bend over like that is just wild. I just remember how much my back would always hurt. I would have to take like muscle relaxers for it sometimes, and now it's just, I don't know. When I do my arms like that, that means there's a cat. I put my arms out like, come here, let me pet you. Success. See, I probably could get the work done in half the time, but I'm okay with being distracted by cats. This one I was trying to scratch its little under its chin, and it wasn't having it. It was like, see its little paw. It's gonna say, put that down. Who lets me pick it up like a baby? It's funny. But the sun is setting and my night vision is poor, so it's time to take that wheelbarrow back around. And I have to go. Y'all see me bringing it the long ways around the house every time. The other side where that white barrel is over there, that goes around the other way. It is so steep you can't get it, but it's literally a vertical bank. So I can go up it if it's just me walking and I have 5-gallon buckets or something, or watering cans, but there I am dumping my sticks into that trash can. And now I think back, I went to all that trouble to separate the trash can, and I probably didn't even need it. I could just leave the sticks in the bucket. But you know what? I worked hard to get that trash can separated, so I'm going to use it. I want to get it pretty full up. I actually wouldn't mind going in there and breaking some of those sticks up a little more, but I don't know. Let's watch bear make sure that little spot don't try to get in that garage. I think they're bored with me at this point. They can only put up with me for so much. I was out there for a good 4 or 5 hours though, I think. Like I said, we had the power out. What else was I gonna do? Checking my foot there. That one I hit with the wheelbarrow landed on it, part of it. I didn't have no problems with it. My toe was sore for like a day, and I had my toes painted, so I don't know if I might have bruised my toenail or something, but didn't really have any issues. So that was good. Before we end, y'all know I have got to find some more of these cats before I go in and pet on them and stuff. It's law. Y'all got any fun critters you got outside that keep you company? See, I do my hands. I'm like, come here. Oh, and then I saw Big Head behind the camera there.
Aren't you cute?
Or is he the cameraman? Is that the conspiracy? I love his jacket. It's got zip-up pockets. It's the main reason I take it outside. And then Birdie there, she loves the gravel pile. Like, it is her favorite thing. She rolls around and around on it. I guess the gravel scratches her back. I don't know. Just love it. But thank y'all so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. This is my first time trying to do something like this. So let me know what y'all think. I'm losing my voice because I'm not used to talking this much. But if this is something you enjoyed, let me know. I kind of enjoyed taking y'all along with me. Maybe every 10 videos or so I can get something like this out, because there is a lot more work involved in it. But I promise I do get out of the car. But thank y'all so much for watching. Again, let me know what you think, what y'all getting up to in your yards. And again, I'm just thankful to be physically capable of doing stuff like this now. It's like a whole new world's opened up to me. And I'm going to get to it, y'all. Thanks for spending some time with me in my yard, with me and the cats. And I will see y'all soon with something else. Bye, y'all.